Good morning, everyone. Last week we had executed one practical. That means a company, they told they have wrongly promoted one domain which is ph.com. That's need to be hp.com or hpx.com. Okay, so that part we trying to execute using netdom. That part we're trying to execute through netdom, but problem is netdom cannot work in order to large scales of domain controller line. That means if your domain controller count is more than one, then netdom function no longer works. Okay, then what is the options? Option is domain migrations. You need to migrate users from one domain to another domain. This is very interesting, and it is purely L3 or migration level works that we execute today. Here you need to take a help of ADMT Active Directory Migration Tool and SQL's Express setup. So here two things you're gonna learn: how to install ADMT on a domain controller and how to install SQL Express. What is database instance? How will you connect your ADMT to the database? So this is basically two-phase practical. I will show you two-phase today because next week I will not be available. I have an activity in my office. So two classes I'm giving today. One is setup, another one is implementation. Clear, everyone? Great. So in that case, the first, let's show you. This is one domain controller which is on PHX domain. PHX domain. And this is HPX domain because my destination domain will be HPX. So wrongly promoted PHX, that will be HPX. So from PHX, I will translate or transfer user, computer, group, and group policy. That is all about the migrations. Also remember PHX domain controller IP is 20, HPX domain controller IP is 10. So due to versatile of IP address, we also need a router for this. So very complex practicals, and it's required 3 days to execute entire practical, but I will try to cover today in 2 sessions because next week I will not be available for execution of the class because there's activity since morning to night in my organizations. Great. So first I'm going to prepare, this is HPX domain controllers. I have installed Windows Server 2016 on both the domain controller, but router I will use 2012. VMware tool installation is mandatory here because it will automatically install. You need to install it, else it will be a very problem. It will not gonna allow you to copy the setup from outside. It is basically refreshing the pixel of the desktops, so it will take some time. It's a huge graphics entities are there, a lot of required GPU to execute the Windows 2016, not like 2012. Okay, so now what we need to do, we'll give you the two separate IP address. It will be 10 and the outer IP will be 10.10.10.11. Okay, and again it will be domain controller IP address, right? Perfect. Change your firewall. I will do it later on. Firewall.cpl. DC01. Okay, AHX. Okay, now as usual I will promote this. Sorry, it will be on dhx.com. Sorry, phx.com. phx.com. Great. So it has been promoted by phx.com. Great. Fine. We'll log in first here. After you log in, create your credential. Okay. Give them domain admin rights. Give them enterprise admin rights. Now let's open again, check the IP configuration. Your router IP address will be default gateway 10.10.11. Very nice. Go to firewall and stop the firewall. Perfect. Now go to hph.com. Log in there. Give these ncp.cpl. It will be 20.20.20.20 and router gate will be 20.20.20.21. Okay. Again DNS will be 20.20.20. Great. Great. Now what we can do now, we will go to server manager, install ADDS role. Meanwhile, I'm adding one more NIC card into the router. And promote this here, again back to here in this DC, and promote this hpx.com. Okay. Great, this is also promoted. Now in the router, let's install the VMware tools. Great. Then I am going to install remote access role. Meanwhile, I log in and create the superdom users. New ODC. Create users sudo. Okay, these two part we have done, right? Now back to here, router. Go to here, there's options called routing and remote access. Stop the firewall here. Okay. Now once it is done, go to configuration part. Acha, you have to stop router. Acha, that's already done. Custom configuration, next. LAN routing, next. Finish. Start service. Perfect. That has been done. Now try to ping that both these users are able to, domain controllers are able to ping or not. Ping. First check the IP address, ipconfig, then ping 20.20.20, sorry. Ping 20.20.20.21, 10.10.10.11. Okay. Ping 20.20.20.20. Now what you can do now, right here, twenty dot 20 dot. It's pinging. Perfect. Now it's try to ping 10.10.10.10. It's pinging. Very nice. Now what you can do now, you will first of all just check whether you are trying to resolve the name. How? Go to NS lookup and try to ping phx.com, phx.com. Just check whether name resolution working or no. Not working. Similarly, from phx domain do ns lookup hpx.com, whether it is working or not. No. So name resolution not working. So in that case, what you need to do, go to DNS MGMT. Right click, go to conditional forwarder, right click, new conditional forwarder. You are sitting on phx.com, so you have to add hpx.com, and the domain IP address will be 20.20.20.20. Okay. So now you will do, yes, this is resolving queries passing. So similarly, if you go to here, we'll put it phx.com, phx.com. IP address will be 10.10.10.10. Okay. Now, if you do it, it's working, right? Now, if you ping phx.com, you can see phx.com is going to ping. Similarly, if you ping hpx.com, that is also pinging, right? Perfect. At this present, our communication part is done. So part 1 video established setup is done. So part 2 video, we're going to start the part 2 video. First, I'm gonna create the trust. Okay, I'm gonna create the trust. So in that case, what you need to do, first you need to go to domain.msc. Domain.msc, here right click, properties, right click, properties, trust, new trust. You are sitting in where? phx.com. So you are adding hpx.com. Okay. Next, it will be forest trust. Next, it will be a both way, both the domain, and you have to give your enterprise admin on hpx domain. So just let's confirm your sudo is enterprise admin or not. Yes, sudo is the member of admin. So sudo, SIDDO, sudo, hpsx plus sudo, sudo @hpsx.com. hpx.com. First word authentication, First byte authentication, next, and finish. Perfect. Now if you open AD here, you can search, you will get two domains, PHX and HPSX. Perfect. So your setup is ready. Now back to our document. So is that clear, everyone? Till now we have a lot of struggles and we have prepared our infrastructure. Now we'll try to understand the theoretical and architecture part. Active Directory domain migration using ADMT. Right now ADMT is depreciated by Microsoft. I mean, setup is available but no support in case of any problem. Rather, Microsoft telling to purchase some paid tool, and very famous of paid tool organization use, that is Quest Migration Manager, QMM. It's very costly license. So here source domain, target domain. So source domain will be phx.com, target domain will be our hpx.com. Need to migrate user group, computer and GPU using Active Directory migration tool. Remember, while you install ADMT, it's require SQL Server Express in the background. Okay, so as a prerequisite, you have to set that name resolution is working perfectly, create two-way trust, that we have done, external trust, source domain perfectly work, disable SID filtering. Okay, so first of all, on target domain, disable SID filtering. First of all, on target domain, netdom trust, source domain, target domain, quantarine no, to enable SID history migrations. So our target domain is disable SID filtering, and this will enable SID history migrations. So let's go to there in our target domain. phx.com, target domain will be hpx.com. Access denied. I hope this will allow me to disable the SID filtering. netdom cross phx.com domain hpx is quantarine node. Okay, I will do it later on, no problems. And now what we can do now, this is the first create few users here. Create few groups here. Admin group, user group. Okay, right? Now admin 1 is a member of admin group, and user 1 admin 2 is a member of user group. Right, fine. Let's create one GPU. PHX2 HPX.
Now you are creating wallpaper policy.
Just any policy. Just
Okay,
so,
any
so
policy.
just to telling you that how I migrate the policies. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Dada, I have a query.
Yes, please.
suppose I'm building a trust from domain A to domain B.
Mhm.
You need to be in enterprise admin in domain B, but should I be in enterprise admin in domain A as well?
Yes, because you are
Okay.
doing both way trust.
Okay.
Now, just for your reference, a small, less overheadache wallpaper policy. That's what I'm doing it here. Else there is no other intention. So this is the policy which is applied on the company domain, right? You have applied on the domain. Right? Close this wizard, open some computer object, org_computer. Here create comp1, comp2, right? Now in destination domain, basically we need to install ADMT. So we have that setup downloaded from the internet. One is SQL Express, another is ADMT. Copy these two. Yeah. So before ADMT, you install the SQL Express. On top of ADMT will configure. I will do it later on. Achha, do it then. So basically we are installing SQL Express 2014. Sorry, 2012. Select this one, send the feature node is not required. You might have error that they don't find a WSOS update, or you might have this failed the SQL update like that. So ignore it. Ignore it, it's not required. Now this is very build phase, very careful while installing SQL Server. So by default, whatever engine is selected, do not change anything. Click on next. This is very careful. Don't be, yeah, this is very important. Copy this. Make it / this one. Okay, that is required instance. That is your instance, and this is instance ID. So in that case, you are going to install the ADMT SQL Server both on the domain controller. Yes, it is required. It is required. Whatever it is a Windows authentication mode, select it. So set up successfully. Okay. Achha. Now you require a reboot, but in that case, achha, do one thing. Get a reboot first. Great. Now log in here with Sudo again. Sudo is the enterprise and domain admin as well. Make sure that you have that rights or not. It's your domain admin, enterprise admin, both the rights you have. Great. So now what you need to do, open your ADMT. SQL X P R E S S as it is. It's mentioned here. SQL X press PRESS. Else it will connect, or else it will give you the fail. So it is connected. No, I do not import data from an existing database default. Fine. Click on next and finish. So your ADMT has been installed successfully. Dispose that setup. Now open a Active Directory ADMT or migration tool. Active Directory migration tool. Run as administrator. Perfect. So we're going to do a user migration. Okay. Source domain will be here. Type the name of the source domain. Source domain will be, what will be the source domain? What will be the source domain?
phx.com.
phx.com. So destination domain controller will come automatically. If it is not come, then your setup is wrong. What is your destination domain?
hpx.com.
So the domain controller will come automatically. If it is not come, then you have a problem. Click on next. Select user from domain. Read object from include files. Fine, no problem. Just select user from domain. Now to add source user account to be migrate. You are in right now HPX domain, so it's telling me to identify the source. Okay. New ODC, it's a source. Put it. Source user account. Source user account will be. Sorry. It is actually wrong. Back. Source will be, I have set it to PHX. That will be fine. The source will be admin1. Right? You're sending admin1. Target OU. New ODC. So generate complex password, migrate password, do not update password for existing users. So fine, migrate password, whatever the password. It's unable to establish session with the password export, server access is denied, no problem. So general password.
Sapon, can you please mute?
Perfect. User migrated. If you go to here, you can see now. Yes, admin1 has been migrated from the HPX domain from SX domain. So similarly, you can migrate group account of migration, admin group. Perfect. So group has been migrated. See that admin group has been migrated. Now migrate computers. Comp 1, comp 2. So do it here. Perfect. So this is how you can migrate all the user group computer from one domain to another domain. So is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes.
Dada, I have one question.
Yes.
If I have multiple user,
Hmm.
can we migrate the bulk user from one domain to another?
Because whenever the project will be sign off for AD migration, this is not the matter of 1 day or 2 day. It's a matter of 2 years, 3 years. Sometime you will be hired for a migration activity, only for user migration. You may don't know. And the duration quite long of time. So it may be 50,000 users, 40,000 users. So per day basis you are doing it.
So that means I have to migrate one by one.
Yes, not one by one. Let's say 100 user per day, 200 user per day. This is as per your capacity and bandwidth.
So we need to migrate one by one in manually.
Obviously, because migration, lot of challenges required. Na? You are not
So
only migrate.
is it possible to migrate one OU to another in another domain?
Okay.
So if my all the user in one OU, so if I migrate to another domain,
Acha. Let's see. Did you see that options? Migrate, user migration, group migration, computer migration, security. Is that there? Any
no.
options, provisions? So simple,
Okay.
right? Last object which is remain, that is policy, group policy object. So in that case, what you need to do, open gpmc.msc. In the gpmc.msc, first you have to select your GPO, take a backup. Where do you keep that backup? Let's say desktop. GPO underscore backup. Okay. अरे So you have one GPU, you have multiple GPU, no matter. You take a backup first here. right? Then where is the backup folders? Or you keep that? बैकअप कहाँ गया? Sorry. Okay. So GPU backup folder you have to copy and move manually to here. In case it is not allow you, go via. Problem in there. ADMT.
You can use the GPO path. I
GPU
mean the
path.
sysball path you can use.
How come sysball will accessible, brother? The two different forest. How come this will access?
Right.
You have to sort it out. Perfect. Now it has been copied here. Do one thing. Let's make it share. This is 01 PHX. I don't think so it will allow me. This is on PHX slash. Okay. So let's here users. to share, it's, let's see, we can to netlogon. Yeah, you are right, but to share, not the netlogon sysvol replication. Okay. Sysvol. If I keep it, because it's a default folder container, that's what. But try to understand, I'm saying it is not going to sysvol replication. I'm through sharing, I'm accessing. Okay. But I'm not sure
Yes.
whether it will allow me or not. Or keep that files to $C. No. Yes. Now it's work. Very good. Fine. So GPO backup is there, right? So now open your gpmc.msc. WLPR. Same name. Do not change anything. WLPR. Right click, restore from backup. Where is your backup? Desktop. That is the problem actually. That's what I'm telling you. Here, when you are doing manually GPO backup restoration mode, it will create a problem. That is why you have to need ADMT. That part will be mitigated there. Let's do it. Yes, now you can see that we have done the import part. So import, through import options, we can restore the wallpaper from there. Well, let's say you have, let's say 1500 GPO through which you can import it. So one specimen I have shown you for user migration, one specimen I have shown you for computer, one group, one policy. This is how you have to set up for a bulk amount of migration. Then you will be L3 and architect. Clear, guys? That was really brilliant practicals. Even that really make me satisfied after without any flawless error that I executed for you guys. So this was joint class, two classes combined, because in this class we have a one setup for setup, another for operations. So we have combined that classes and make your classes for today and next Sunday as well. So guys, next Sunday I will not be there. I have an activity in my office, so I will be replacing the intra certificates as ADFS certificates. So since morning to night I will be conducting that activity, so not be available. Probably next Sunday to next Sunday we will become with a lot of practicals. Okay, we'll show you another DNS critical practical, because recently we had received one requirement, how to replicate DNS to a personal partitions, that I will show you. Master DNS, you can say master DNS, very L3 level topics. I will show you on next Sunday, next to next Sunday. So goodbye guys. Any questions, any concern, please clear. Else I will save the video, drop to your individual student drives.
Dada, once you have some time in probably next to next class,
Mhm.
just help us understand one-way trust, two-way trust,
No,
forest level trust.
that is you have a trust. You have a topic for trust, huh? So as of now, I just show you a live complete. See, you are right now that you don't have that much of age on AD that you can understand that. So you are following your class batch. Why I'm pulling you here? Because modern interview, when we sit for modern interview, they will ask you some questions. So if you are aware now onwards that during migration, if they ask you, did you ever done migration? You can say yes. On which tool? ADMT. Now ADMT is depreciated. Which tool other you use is Quest Migration Manager. So at least you could defeat or you can intercept that interviewer. That's the reason I allow you to hear. Got my point? Not only you, many people, those who are smaller age in AD learning. Don't worry, guys. Whatever in terms of Active Directory, all I will tell you here. Then after it's really good, you can sit for anywhere interview flawlessly, will crack the interviews. Okay. Even I also call many other people, they are not interested or they are not available Sunday, whatever. Even your batch people who are not there, that's their choice. If they miss intentionally, that is their choice. But the practical was awesome. From this practical, anyone have any questions, any doubt, please ask. I will happy to clear your doubts.
Not right now, but it might come later on also.
Sure, my pleasure. Anyone else? Great, guys. So, Arijit, don't worry. We have a mileage to go in AD. 1,000 miles to go. We have a separate topic, DNS. We have a separate. You asked Devojyoti recently. He completed DNS and he moved to Trust. Even Trust is on ongoing. 2 to 3 class Trust will be in. So we have a all dedicated topics. But don't worry.
No.
We'll have a end-to-end guidance. Even after learn this, you have a feel free to master class. You will be handle teams to learn AD. That much of guts you have. Okay.
Okay, brother.
Great, guys. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye. Let me save that file first. It was a lot.